In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God. All things were made through him, and without him nothing was made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness does not overcome it. There was a man sent from God whose name was John. This man came as a witness to bear witness of the light, that all through him might believe. He was not that light, but came to bear witness of that light. That is the true light that gives light to every man coming into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made through him, but the world did not know him. He came to his own, but his own did not receive him. But those that received him, to them he gave the right to become children of God, to those that believed on his name, who were born not of blood, nor of flesh, nor of the will of man, but of the will of God. And the Word became flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory, the glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. And John bore witness and cried out, saying, This is he of whom I said, He who came after me is preferred before me, for he was before me. And of his fullness we have all received, and grace for grace. For the law was given through Moses, but grace and truth came through Jesus Christ. No one has seen God at any time, but the only begotten Son of the Father, who is in the bosom of the Father, he has declared him. Now this is the testimony of John when the Jews sent priests and Levites from Jerusalem to ask him, Who are you? And he confessed and did not deny, but confessed, I am not the Christ. So they said to him, What then? Are you Elijah? He said, I am not. Are you the prophet? He said, No. So they asked him, Who then are you, that we may give an answer to those who sent us? He said to them, I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, Make straight the way of the Lord, as the prophet Isaiah said. Now those that were sent were from the Pharisees, and they asked him, saying, Why then do you baptize, if you are not the Christ, nor Elijah, nor the prophet? He said to them, I baptize with water, but there is one standing among you whom you do not know. It is he who, coming after me, is preferred before me, for he was before me, and whose sandal strap I am not worthy to untie. Now these things were done in Bethany beyond the Jordan, where John was baptizing. And the next day John saw Jesus and said, Behold, the Lamb of God. I did not know him, but that he should be made known to Israel, therefore I came baptizing with water. And John testified and said, I saw the Spirit descending from heaven like a dove, and resting upon him. And a voice came from heaven, saying, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. And I have seen and testified that this is the Son of God. Now the next day John stood with two of his disciples. And looking at Jesus as he walked, he said, Behold, the Lamb of God that takes away the sin of the world. The two disciples heard this and followed Jesus. Now when Jesus saw them coming, he turned and said to them, What do you seek? They said to him, Rabbi, which is translated, Teacher, where are you staying? He said, Come and see. And they came and saw where he was staying, and remained there with him. Now it was about the 4th hour. And one of the two that heard John speak and followed him was Andrew, Simon Peter's brother. And he came and found his own brother Simon, and said to him, We have found the Christ, which is translated the Messiah. And he brought him to him. Now when Jesus saw him, he said, You are Simon, son of Jonah. You shall be called Cephas, which is translated as stone. And the next day Jesus wanted to go to Galilee, and there he found Philip. Now Philip was from Bethsaida, the city of Andrew and Peter. And Philip found Nathanael, and said to him, Come and see the one of whom Moses and the prophets wrote in the law, Jesus of Nazareth, the son of Joseph. Nathanael said to him, Can anything good come out of Nazareth? Philip said, Come and see. And now when Jesus saw him, he said, Behold, an Israelite indeed, in whom there is no deceit. Nathanael said to him, How do you know me? Jesus answered and said, Before Philip called you, when you were under the fig tree, I saw you. Nathanael said to him, Rabbi, you are the Son of God, you are the Holy One. And Jesus said to him, "Because I said to you, I saw you under the fig tree, do you believe? Truly I tell you, you will see greater things than these. Hereafter you shall see the heavens opened and the angels of God descending and ascending upon the Son of Man."
Beautiful, sweetheart.